So, continuing on that, Sachi, you've been involved with a lot of programs like Lok Darshan, the community videos that you did in Bombay, uh, where you take filmmaking as a tool, where you take photography as a tool, get people from the community to take up the camera and report. And I'd just like to share a quick story. We were teaching filmmaking to this group of girls in Dharavi, who over a period of 3 weeks, and they got so attached to it that Dharavi is the slum area in Bombay, as you guys know, uh, filled with corruption, from small local stores to the place where you get your rice. So they go to this place where they get the ration card, and they kept going there for 3 4 weeks, and they never got it. This girl, since we taught her how to use a camera, one day she lands up at this place where you get the ration card. She switches on a camera and she asks that guy, "Okay, now tell me, why aren't you giving me the ration card? Why are you taking so long?" And within the next 2 days, she got her ration card, and everybody in that basti got the ration card. So this is the power of media, that people are very individual. So you don't need a filmmaker really to use media or the camera to bring a change. So what kind of change do you see within such girls?
Um, this is a story where we were training 25 young girls, and it was fantastic. And the girl actually who took she's right now working as a sort of citizen journalist with another organization, and I think that's where media is very powerful, because now we see people making mobile films, we see people in rural areas situated and reporting stories, and where we can now act upon and do something, which is what, the point is that, okay, films are there, lots of documentary films are there, which are pretty much circling the documentary circuit, but if it actually comes out, that's when, people and citizens can take action. And I think, like, from my interaction, I was a part of a youth organization called Beyond Borders, and moved on to other organizations which mainly work with media and documentary films. And I feel young people especially, they get sensitized like this. So we were making a film on transgenders, and I was working with the Hijra community in Mumbai, and we made this documentary film, and then we took it to schools and colleges, and we also invited our Hijra friends to be there. And you start with a certain apprehension, and people are reserved, and they don't want to talk, and just after the documentary they break out and they want to, then know more. There's curiosity, there's a little bit of the barriers are breaking. So it's interesting to see the power of media, and I think we have a lot more to go and do.
So continuing that, we have Pratik Kumar, who's the co-founder of RTI Nation. Pratik, you are pretty much an open portal where people can file their RTIs online.
Yeah.
And so just tell us about some experiences of yours and how you believe in this.
So as Rahul said, I'm one of the co-founders of RTI Nation, and it's pretty much different from the lot who's sitting here. I don't make documentaries or anything like that. And yeah, so from my experience, what I have for the past 1 year with setting up the organization has been, there have been very much success stories, pretty much success stories. I'll share with you 2 of them. People file RTI application online for us, and we process that offline and send that to the department. And we get response from people when they actually get the replies. And one of the replies was, I will quote her words, after 2 years, I got a passport processed, and thanks a lot for your fantastic service, something like that. And another one of the guys filed an RTI application on income tax refund. So he filed an application on 12th March for income tax refund, what he was not getting. And the income tax officer actually processed his request on 30th March, and he replied on 31st March that your request has been processed. So this way, this is an internet media. This is not an television media or something like that. This is internet media, and this definitely, again, helps in global and national integration, at least, because once people file such applications or e-governance, So people gain faith in the government. So as people gain faith, that will bring out the integration in the society.
And do you think the internet's really coming up? Everybody has a Facebook page, everybody has a Twitter page, blogs are coming up. So do you think they're as powerful today, or we still have some time to go as compared to the media channels?
Yeah, definitely they're picking up very fast. Like Facebook has picked up like anything in the past year. And yeah, there can be tools on Facebook also. We plan to launch an online like application on Facebook also, where people can file an application through Facebook. Yeah, so something like that. So it will, this will just keep on growing like anyway.
There's no end.
There's no end. And this definitely will help in the national integration, because people gain faith in the government and they just get united in this way.
Right.
And I have one more thing to mention regarding the media, what everyone else here is mentioning. Like previously, we used to have shows like on television. I don't know where these documentaries are shown. These are documentaries are shown in selected areas of like village. Not sure why they are not shown on national television. Earlier, there were shows like Surbhi and the shows like Zaban Sambhal Ke, that was a comedy serial. That were feel-good serials, and that were used to be shown, and actually sort of inculcated in people good feelings. And there was a serial called Krishi Darshan that was used to be shown on radio. And they are not, these kind of serials are not shown anymore on television or radio, I think so. I'm not sure why the documentaries are not shown on television either.
Correct.
So, yeah, that's my question actually. Why these are not shown on national
Sumitra,
television?
you'd like to answer that?
Yeah, for UN television, our documentaries are shown on CNN Worldview and also on BBC World. But what we try to do, and if you can help me in this, I would gladly take it back to New York. We try to solicit as many TV channels around the world, international, local, regional, national, because we give our stories out free, because we think people can learn from them and share it with friends and share it with even overseas partners. So I'd be happy to get information from you if you would like to sign up for our series.
Yeah, I'll tell you, you missed out one lovely, I mean, I remember watching it and I grew up being fascinated, and there was a person called Kamleshwar, and he would host a program called Chakravyu.
Yeah.
It was based on social themes, and it was really excellent. Today, Mary, actually there are a lot of documentaries जो हम लोग FOC, I mean, we really give free, but the channels, they're saying आप तो free में देंगे, लेकिन आपको airtime थोड़ी free में देंगे. I mean, so that's the issue, because we don't have, I mean, getting a sponsor for doing a film on a project that is happening in Punjab. I'm still struggling to find different sponsors for them to, you know, pick me up from Chennai and transport me to that place with just 1 or 2 units, or sometimes there are times when I just need the camera. So उन लोगों के लिए, to make even these films, because it's done only on a very small budget. I mean, it's like 15,000, 20,000 in इस range में बनाते हैं फिल्म. तो हम लोग तो बना देते हैं. चित्रीकरण तो किसी भी चीज़ का, किसी भी मुद्दे का हो जाता है, लेकिन उसको दिखाने का जो हमको जरिया है वो नहीं मिलता. So like you rightly said, internet is also a media. I also teach journalism, students of journalism. I've been teaching in the last 9-10 years in different colleges.